Sinn Fein leader wants a «United Ireland» referendum if there's a hard Brexit.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Sinn Féin leader has said the Good Friday Agreement should be revisited if there's a no-deal Brexit. Mary Lou MacDonald argued an Irish unity referendum should be held if the UK failed to secure an agreement in order to avoid the possibility of a hard border. She told Andrew Marr on Sunday, put simply, if the border in Ireland cannot be mitigated, cannot be managed in the short term, well then you put the question democratically in the hands of the people and allow them to remove the border. Bear in mind the people of Northern Ireland did not consent to Brexit. She added, one of the biggest symbols of success of the peace process is that people can travel unimpeded over the border. Any controls or checks or security checks, any question of British soldiers at the border, the Taoiseach has been clear there will be no Irish soldiers on the border. No one will accept the hardening of the border on our island. Ms MacDonald also addressed why Sinn Féin MPs continued not take their seats in the House of Commons, despite repeated calls to do so during key Brexit votes.
This post received a score of 3,500, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
She'd also like a «United Ireland» referendum if there isn't a hard Brexit.
Britain is stupid enough to throw away all its membership benefits. Wouldn't you want to be free of that?
This is the calculation a lot of us in the middle are making.
Well, as we know from Star Trek TNG, Ireland will be unified in 2024.
That scene is one of the very few things the UK government has censored from being broadcast on television. The fear being that after it's broadcast people may go out rioting, shooting, and so on. Edit, note that it has since been aired uncut in the UK. Multiple times. The first was around 2007. About 14 years later. Holy shit, I didn't know that. Wow.
Makes sense. If Scotland can have a referendum, why not Northern Ireland?
In surprise, this hasn't happened already.
It did in the 70s, but was boycotted by nationalists, though unionists got a majority of the electorate anyway.
Sinn Féin wants a referendum every time my cat sneezes. This isn't new.
I think your cat has an upper respiratory infection.
TBF, he didn't say his cat sneezes each time Sinn Féin wants a referendum. Winking face.
Unexpected commutative. What will happen first, a united Ireland or a united Korea?
United Korea will only happen once the Kim dynasty is done away with.
I actually think the only peaceful way to go about it is to pay the North Korean rulers off and give them protection within the new Korean state. It will take some crazy PR efforts, but I think there are ways to paint Kim Jong-un as the leader that opened up the road to reunification.
Except KJU's endgame is to unify the KP under his own rule, not be a passive observer to a full-fledged democracy.
The North Korean endgame is something they literally published. In their program for reunification they just want a one-country two-systems deal. You can actually read it instead of guessing based on how evil you think they are.
Ever since the Brexit event gave the UK a -3 stability hit, they've got separatist rebels popping up in half the provinces now.
This is like saying, I want sex on your Tinder profile. You have to wait a little bit.
26 plus 6 equals 1.
Given that the Republic has been throwing off the shackles of the Church, modernizing its laws and doing well economically, as well as being a beautiful place, would there be a lot of Northern Irish who would prefer joining the South to leaving Europe? Any polls been done?
I'm a bit worried about resurrecting the violent past.
Oh Lord, here we go.
United Ireland should happen anyway.
No, it should be up to the whole populace of Northern Ireland.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.